I wanted to do this with the iPad, so I have portability. That's not going to happen. Does anyone think this has shrunk since last time? I'm trying not to pick at it. I don't think it's ever going to go away. And I tried smearing Japanese knotweed on it. Anyway, I haven't really finished any of my projects I was doing. This is going to be a bitching video. So I'm going to start something else. So, and I wanted to do my own tree change kid, even though I didn't finish Fat Barbie, Artificial Barbie, which I had purchased a lot of doll clay and I didn't like it, and then I kind of let it go dry out. But I'm guessing I could get the basic solid form for fat on the kid, on the doll, and then cover it in epoxy sculpt and hope somebody will buy it. So that's what was going here, which it's not really possible to alter it. Because look at that butt. Isn't that just the most fake representation of a butt? The thing, though, about the tree changes, it's always interesting drama because over the whole allegations of it sexualizing children. This is a child. Where's that doll? The brats are supposed to be teenagers. I'm pretty sure if you go up to any teenager and call them a little kid, and that they should dress and act like a little kid, they're not going to be happy. And historically, there used to be, and in some cultures today, there is no such thing as teenager. Once you hit a certain age, then you help out with the clan. When you're 14 or whatever, you are an adult. There's no prolonged adolescence. And the whiny Republican thingies are like, oh, that's extending into age 23. So, yeah. So when you have the tree change and people are like, oh, that's so wonderful, you're making them kids again. Like how they're supposed to be. No, they're not. This is the characters are probably like 16 years old. This isn't a 9-year-old. So yeah. With that, then I see now there's some of these have underwear painted on them, some don't. And now there's the doll like me, which is like tree change, only now they're disabled. Which some people, I don't know, I told my aunt that. She's like, why would anyone want that? Like, because the kids want a toy like them. I guess if she had some kind of condition and was 5, she doesn't want to have a doll like that. So now I go and I always want to see what people are communicating with these newly invented dollies. Like how giving this a make under makes her more gorgeous, or making under the guys make them more friendly. Which, yeah, I guess if I see a 16-year-old boy with a little goatee and big eyebrows, I'd be like, but now, yeah, this was a lot better on the iPad, but it crapped out, turned off. So there's a 3D printing company that will make dolls, custom order, and accessories, so you could get a wheelchair, cochlear implants. They're going to start putting gastric tubes. They're going to have artists that will give you whatever birthmarks your kid has. I'm sure they'll start putting G ports and colostomy bags and trachs. But now people are commenting about the price, and they're whinging about the price. This was better on the other one. If this is gonna cost me $50 to change this doll, don't bitch about the price. If I sell it to you for for I don't know, $70, especially if I made her a wheelchair, braces for the arms, and glasses, and uh, whatever else your kid has. Don't bitch about it. Do it yourself then, if it's gonna be that much of a problem. I mean, that's just ludicrous. Uh, Damn it. Why is this so hard for me when I sit down in front of the computer? So now I'm wondering then if that too. Now these people are like making me want to tell them to shut up, and this is why the company that makes these is not making ones with all these disabilities, because few people are out there to buy it, and I keep on telling these people this, that if 100,000 people want a toy like this, I'm gonna make a toy like this. I'm not gonna make one that's fat, and that's gonna cost me more money to make. That's why they probably make these dolls so skinny. I think that the one that makes the Disney princess ones even said, we made Meredith skinnier because we want to save money on prices. We want to save on supplies. So it's not going to be worth it for these people. So now people want a customized doll, maybe even, I'm sure if they had a from the ground up customized doll, they want to pay a mass produced price. And what does someone like me have to do? I have no other choice but to troll them with, maybe if I had a toy company, I can get prison labor. Take all the bad guys and make them assemble all the little doll parts, paint on the eyes, and so I can sell it to you for cheap. And I mean, come on, what else am I gonna do? It's right there. It's too tantalizing. Ooh, look at me! I got it, the Dark Triad. I'm trolling you. Uh, so now what? I do have a bag. Look at this bag of doll parts. I have others. They're sad. They're like old Barbies, and they have like mold damage, and one of them's like one of the originals. Oh, I have another brand. Oh yeah, this one though was gonna try to turn into a guy, some kind of femmy boy. See, look at these. Isn't it? This is depressing. Mold damage. This one I lost the head trying to. Well, I didn't lose the head. The head got damaged trying to. Why did I have to do that? Look at that. I had to change the wires. So this one's the thing in the neck broke. And I bought some other. What is this bag? Yahoo! Uh-oh, I'm gonna tear everything out of the wall. So what do we have? Oh yeah, this. I don't know if I should customize this. I claimed it. It looks old. I got this for free because she fell apart at the store. Ooh. Fitness Barbie. Where are they? This is all I had in my bag. I got no eyes. Look, everyone, it's a blind doll head. That'll be $50. Who are you? Oh. So, what can I do? Can I do anything? See, these are cartoony and their heads are too big. That's why people don't like them, because the kids kill themselves. People die little girls kill themselves every day, probably 50 of them, because they don't look exactly like what is essentially a cartoon character. So, what am I gonna do? I'm probably gonna have to have a lot of help. It's gonna be very difficult to I should shave the feet. To what do you call it? To redo the doll and make it maybe just show example. So I'm gonna have to take one of these brats, and I think I'm gonna take off the head. Doesn't matter if I mix faces, because I'm just gonna use epoxy sculpt and have to make a new what do you call it? I'm gonna have to use so much epoxy sculpt, because I don't think anybody can make it flawless. They can't add to it and make things flawless. So, there's people that have kids that have the microcephaly and they want a doll with microcephaly, which I'm guessing for a 3D printer, they just print out a different sized head and attach it. But, alright, so what am I going to do to this? I'm going to have somebody help me play chop and chop. Chop. I'm going to cut some of the legs short and shorten them. I'm going to have to add feet back on. Because I don't trust putting this in the oven. You can put these in the oven. In the ponies too. And slightly, because they'll get soft. So then you can, you know, you can, what do you call it? Change the shape a bit. So I'm going to have to take the doll, and I don't know, maybe I could have help. It's going to be hard, because this is hard plastic. If I want to have some kind of dwarfism, I will have to take a little off the middle and sew a tiny bit, and then is it going to work? And do that with the arms that go and cut here, cut it in many places, like here, and then here, and then put them back with clay and tape and clay, so then they've got stumpy. And then I'm gonna have to rip off the head, and I don't know, should I replace it with hers? I mean, you can't say perfect deformed child baby without having the kid then have a tiny head. Or, since this one's missing a head, and it's got some kind of copyright on it. My webcam never focuses well. Mix Minji? Meh. Maybe if I press my thumb onto it, I can read it backwards. No. I think this was the first friend of Barbie. These Barbies have no heads. I have other Barbies that have no heads. They have pony heads. I'm not done with the pony heads. They have no heads because I put the body with a different head on a pony. I don't know. This is all I have in the bag. Is this one of the original cans? 1968. Is this one of the original Barbies? She's got mold. Not Barbie, the other one, Midge or whatever. her name is. It's got a tiny bit of mold damage. I can't rip that. I can't chop that up. And look at him. He's got mold damage. Isn't that sad? For you doll collectors, this is the guy. This is the Ken brother, right? 1963, Mattel. This would have been so, like, desirable if he didn't. And his legs had a bath. A bath of killing. Of mold. And this was Skipper, right? Look at that. They don't do that anymore. She's got a real torso. This one is like space alien, no ribs, no organs. Oh yeah, here's the head. So I can use this Barbie head with this disgusting hair and put it on top of the Bratz body. But it does not look like a child face. This is still like a cartoon character. It's still like a kid. And this head. So, yeah. So if this costs me, I don't even know how to pretend the cost if I have to go out and buy supplies. How many of you, would people really be willing to? Obviously, some don't. I mean, if you make the doll with the crutch, with the arm brace crutches, and if making those costs you $20, people don't want to pay for that. But then they expect these companies to mass produce them. Then maybe some people should just make books. What you have to do, the people that do this, is you make the book on how to mix tchotchkes and miscellany from the hardware store and trash, maybe essentially trash. How to be clever with garbage. And you make your own things. And then if you go, whoa, I don't know. I spent $20 at the store so I can make a thing. I don't know how. I gotta watch that thing on how to make a dolly wheelchair to see if it's cheap or not. But if you're not going to do it, you're gonna hire someone else to do it, and then just don't complain about the price. Again, it's like, hey, I need a new walkway and porch, but I don't want to pay for it. Maybe you'll do it for $300, and you gotta supply the wood. You know, that's not how these work. That's a hard lesson. Next, I wonder if anybody would go and adopt this and finish it. You gotta buy yourself some epoxy sculpt, and you gotta make a foot. This is so wrong. They're not making shoes for her hefty frame. I don't want to rip up this Barbie and maybe just go and finish as it is with the epoxy sculpt and just say she's got a deformity disease. Or use paper mache. Where is your heads? Which one is your head? I've got a whole bag of Bratz. I saved it from being thrown out, along with a bunch of ponies, but I gave the G3 ponies to some kids because I couldn't use them and I wasn't using them for customization, and I kept the white ones. I like the white ones because I'm racist. I like the white ponies because they're prettier.